black women have a lot to deal with. You know, being a minority, we are a double minority. Not only are we women, we are black women. You know, so we experience racism and sexism.
Oh, really? So you believe that your black face make you have to deal with the white man having a problem with you having a black face? Okay, well, good. Because that's correct. He does have a problem with you having a black face. But he'll get over that. He wouldn't have a problem sticking something right in those black lips you got right there, or right in the black lips you got down here. So he can overlook your blackness when you're a woman. But when you're a black man, he's not going to overlook your blackness. You know why? Because he's going to be afraid that if left alone, I'm going to be putting my thing right there and my thing down here, and then you won't have no need for him. So the reason why you feel like you have to deal with his sexism is because you do. He's out here constantly trying to make you be available for him for whatever it is he wants you to do, if it's work at McDonald's or whatever. So if you're going to bend over and give him some coochie, hell yeah, he's going to take it. But don't you sit there and say that we're not victimized by the white man too as far as sexism goes, because you know what? Our gender makes him want to put us in prison. You got it better. Because your gender makes him want to get some sucky and some coochie. My gender makes his ass want to put me in prison for 100 years. So think about that.
While black men only experience racism, you know, and white women only experience sexism.
Bullshit. White women go through so much shit at the hands of the white men, you just don't know. They keep it a secret. They get sodomized, they get beat, they get told to shut the fuck up. Their asses are nothing but bitches to him. Don't you understand that the whole patriarchal world came from them? Don't you understand that these women has been through so much shit with that white man because he's the one who eradicated their ass from the whole God system? Do you understand? You're not really aware of what's going down, sister, because you know what? The white man victimizes his own woman too. You just don't know that because they don't talk about it.
Experience, you know, like both ends of the spectrum. So it's kind of like we, even back from slavery days, we have this hard exterior because society, we deal with a lot from society. So a lot of us are very hard. We're, like Lauryn Hill said, don't be a hard rock when you're a gem. That's what a lot of us black women are. So the reason we are like this is because we have, you know, the circumstances that the cards we were dealt with have caused us to, we know that we have to be strong.
You know, here's the deal. Everybody has to be strong, okay? You can't claim that because of your gender, all right? Being strong is a quality that everything on earth has to have. The grass, the trees, everything has to be strong. You do not have to be extra strong just because you're a woman, because if that's what you was worried about, there was nothing strong about painting your lips like that. See, painting your lips like this is all done to entice people to noticing the sexual gratifications that you could bring. We all know that. Women paint their lips so their lips can outline their face as something to be kissed or something that you can imagine other things be done with that. Now, that is not being hard. Being hard would be to make sure that you don't attract men in a sexual invite, okay? This right here is a sexual invite. I don't care what no one says. You're not going to paint these big, gorgeous, luscious lips like that, and then I look at you without imagining what these lips could be used for. Whether it's just sucking on this lip or having you suck on something. And I hate to say that, but this white man has taught us to do this bizarre behavior without realizing it. And she sits there and says she's afraid of being looked at as a sex object or something. But what are you looking at with these beautiful lips painted like that? What do you think that suggests to me as a man? And then if I come at you and say, you know, your lips are very pretty, you will probably look at me as if to say, now what is this motherfucker trying to say to me? You know what I'm trying to say to you? You was looking in the mirror when you put that shit on. You know what you was thinking when you put it on. I'm going to get somebody to notice these lips. Well, you was right. You sure did.
A lot of us don't let our guards down.
You let your guards down when you painted the lips like that. This makes a man think of all kind of crazy shit when he see that. Okay? That's all to it. Look at the eyes. All this stuff is what was included in your makeup to make yourself look like this before you do this video. So you had to spend so much time doing all this to your pretty face, which would have been perfectly acceptable without all this stuff on. But you painted yourself up to be the cosmetic queen that all you women have been taught is necessary. I mean, because this is a European thing. Their faces were white as hell. They had a need to put all this makeup on. Okay?
We feel like we have to be strong at all times.
No, see, you want to be. You want to be strong. You like all that aggression. Out of all the women on the earth, every time a man, me for instance, black women are the ones that's jumping in your face, throwing their hands up, pushing you, trying to be hard. Okay, just like what you said, gotta be strong. And the world has taught you that the person that is profiled to be treated like shit and pushed around and don't have no say-so in anything is the black men. So that's the reason why you black women are the first ones to cross the line and create some bullshit. Even children, everybody on this planet think that a black man is something that you could play games with. That's why so many people get their ass killed and beat the fuck up, and that's why so many black men end up in jail, because people disrespect them. Now you sitting here saying that you got to be hard and you got to be strong. You believe that in your mind is something that you're supposed to be directing at the profile black man. So any black man that step to you is going to have to deal with that knowledge in your head that you feel that you have to be hard, which takes away your whole woman essence. Women are not supposed to be hard. I hate to tell you that. We live in a society that has made things hard on everyone. So in general, we are all hard. But you're not supposed to walk around with the idea that you need to be hard. You need to walk around with confidence that you can deal with anything that come your way, and don't invite circumstances into your life where you have to be hard. Because you will have to be hard when you do that. But you protect yourself with knowledge and know that I'm going to carry myself in the proper way so I don't invite things to me. So you might not want to paint these lips up where somebody going to look at those lips and think about, damn, I sure like to suck on that bottom lip right there. And I'm just being honest. The problem with the average black woman on this earth is that she wants to be everything but a goddess. A goddess would know it's a proper way for me to carry myself, and I'm not going to paint my lips all inviting like that. It looked like a freaking piece of fruit. I mean, it does. I'm not trying to be mean to you, sister, because you're really fine like never before. But what I'm saying to you is the reason why black women are undateable, they don't exist. Black women are very dateable. The problem is that black women don't date black men. You are the ones who want to go out there and get those criminals and those thugs and them niggas that once they hit the coochie and you find out they ain't shit and you was just attracted to that gangster profile that the white man has sold us that we are. Messed your brain up to make you believe that you can't be with nothing but a nigga that's sagging and gonna put his hand in your purse and steal all your money. That's what y'all attracted to. And that's the reason why you feel like you're undateable, because those niggas don't know how to get with a woman and stick with them because they confused. They don't know if they want their pants on or off. So how can you make a proper decision about you? Problem is y'all picked the wrong man, and the worst one you pick is white ass Jesus. And then by the time you go through all those trouble with those knucklehead saggers that you go through, you don't want no black man no more. You ready for Mexicans or white men. That's why it's hard for your ass to be it. It's nothing true about you being undateable. It's a whole lot true about your ass not wanting to date responsible men.
And so this is probably a reason why many people feel like black women are inconsiderate. Another reason that I've heard why not only black guys, but why guys don't like black women or date black women is because we're not into diversity. A lot of black women do not like seeing women of other races date black men. The reason many black women feel this way is because of the lack and shortage of good black men.
That's not true. Let me tell you something. I was married to a white woman, all right? Okay, before I got married to that white woman, just like now, a black man can go for years without having a spouse because of the circumstances around our whole existence on earth with the ma'afa of this dirty-ass white man taking resources away. You can't even get a house. All the houses boarded up. You don't even have a house to take a woman to. So, you know, all these women fucking men in the back seats of cars and all that old trampy ass shit, okay? You know, it's ridiculous. Look, let me tell you something. Straight off the top. Before I got hooked up with that white lady, I had been single for almost 8 years, 7, 8 years. I had women that I had took home and never saw before or whatever, maybe 2, 3 times, and then it just didn't work out, so it was just carnal. But what I'm saying to you is this. The availability of women, melanated women, that wants to be involved with an intelligent, calm-mannered man, you don't want that. You want men that's going to slap you, steal from you, walk around with their pants sagging. And so when all of the women reject a man because he's responsible and they say, oh, he a chump, he ain't hard enough, he's not a thug, he wears a belt. All that bullshit brainwash y'all got in your head about a white man to make you pick derelicts so your baby will grow up in a dysfunctional family. See, he played with your brain and he told you through TV and everything who the good men were because he gives you Kanye West with a $30,000 bag, all right? And then Jay-Z and all those sorry-ass men that you want to fabric in your mind that one day when you get married, you want a successful rapper and this and that. So the rappers ain't trying to get married because they ain't trying to let no woman leave and take half. Another problem the white man set up. You know, rapper get married to your ass. Y'all married 3 years. You came in, he had $500 million. Now you want a divorce and you're going to go get a white man to come in and help you steal the money that this man had when you married him. If you come at you and say, you know what, this ain't working. I'm going to give you $5 million and I want you to go ahead, you know, and this and that and woo woo. You're going to sit there and say, no, this nigga got $500 million. Why should I just take $5 million? You're forgetting the fact that he married you when he had that $500 million. But you're listening to the white man and he's going to come at you and say, no, you should get half. And then you could give me $50 million. And you go for it. So men that have money know that. And they like, I'm just going to hit this up and keep her ass going. Because she ain't never going to come at me with no white ass lawyer and try to take half.
You know, many black men are, you know, on the streets doing illegal things, or they may be incarcerated. So, you know, there's a shortage of good black men. So when we do have or find a good black man, we don't want him to be taken by, you know, like we kind of want to procreate amongst our own race. This doesn't reflect my view, but I can understand why why a black woman would feel this way. You know. Okay,
well let me tell you something, sister, just so you can know. First of all, your ass do not have to worry about no white woman taking no black man from you if you genuinely and truly let a black man know that you want him to be your man and that you want him to be only your man and you're not going to tolerate his ass fooling around with no other women. The problem is that most of the women on this planet right now are used to men being, you know, programmed to have that type of shenanigan going on in this relationship. And so the women do it too. So now we got a system that has taught us as a people that we don't have to have no type of loyalty to each other. When they showing you Desperate Housewives and all that, don't you dare try to sit up and act like the black man gonna be quick to jump out of the bed with you and go fade some white woman. That ain't true. It's a lot of black men out here that could be faithful to their women. I'm one of them. I know that. The thing is this. A black man and a white woman just don't happen to be together. Everybody want to believe that shit. You do have black men out there that think that black women is not good enough for them. I'm not one of those. I'm not one of these weak-ass white men out here that think that since I'm doing well in life, the only thing that can sustain my success is that I got to have this pale ass wrapped around my shoulder. I ended up with that white woman because of the fact that when I was growing up with black women, they didn't want no man who wasn't a thug or who didn't have pockets full of money or wasn't whipping around the corner with his hat pushed to the back and all that stupid shit. Women were not fading educated men. They just didn't want you. Okay, if you were somebody that had a regular job, go nowhere as job, they didn't want you. It was too many men selling crack who could buy them those $200 stupid bags. And a lot of those women wanted that materialism and they got shot for being in the car with that fool when the people who he double-crossed came to get his ass, she got killed.